Hello and welcome to Efficient Strategy Gaming. Today I'd like to describe the differences between medium and heavy tank division templates. I have two 40 width divisions here that I've created, one medium and one heavy. So let's get into it. This is post No Step Back DLC and a lot has changed. So let's look at the difference between these two templates. As you can see here, the 40 width heavy template fields 520 tanks and the medium template fields 650. What this translates into is that the fuel usage and capacity of the medium tank template is greater than that of the heavy tank template. And the fuel usage of the heavy is just 2 points less than the fuel usage of the medium. The other differences here is you're going to get greater soft attack with the heavy tank, about 100. You're also going to get more breakthrough, but other than that, there's not a lot of difference between the two tank template types. And of course, we're just using some very basic tanks that I've created here. Nothing too fancy. But here is the heavy tank with the improved heavy cannon on it, the welded armor, and I upgraded the engine and the armor a little bit. And here's the medium tank. Again, nothing too fancy. We've got improved high velocity cannon. I upgraded the engine and the armor to get a reliability of 90%. You got the welded armor and the Christie suspension on this tank as well. The IC cost difference between the two tanks is about 10, but the IC cost of the two different templates is actually only going to be about 1,000. So if I go over here, it estimates the difference in the cost of the tank templates, and the heavy tank on the low side is going to be about 77, and the medium tank on the low side is going to be a 61 IC cost. So the difference in IC cost is about 1,600 between these two different tank templates. So that's probably going to be about 5 or 6 mils on full production efficiency. So it's not really that big of a difference in my opinion. Let's also go into the supply map mode and check out our tank divisions here. I have let this run for about 2 months and they're in kind of a low supply area. It's not low supplied right now, but they were low supplied to about 50% for a while. As you can see, after 2 months, the heavy tank division template has attritioned a bit more than the medium. The heavy tank template has lost 4 heavy tanks, whereas the medium template has not attritioned any. So that is a difference in IC cost as well. And then the supply demand of the medium tank, as you would expect, is a bit less. It's 3.42, and the supply demand of the heavy tank is 4.23. So to mitigate that, you just simply use transport planes. And let's take a look at the supply in the province that these tanks are in. So, let's see if I'm doing this right. From airdrops from those 4 transport planes, so they're getting 4.8. So that means each transport plane is providing 1.2 of supply between to these tanks. So as long as you have one transport plane, it more than mitigates the difference in supply demanded by these two division templates. So I would use heavy tanks still as the current meta. I think that a lot of people forget and misunderstand the fact that heavy tank division templates have much less tanks than a medium template. And that's why the supply consumption is not that different and the fuel consumption is less on the heavy division tank template. That is why the old meta was always heavy tanks, and that is why the new meta is going to be heavy tanks because the stats are better on the heavy tanks and the supply consumption is not that different, and you can easily mitigate the differences with transport planes. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.